So welcome back guys to Java Space. In this video I'm going to show you how you can capture metrics with an aspect. So we saw that at timed annotation we still need to put it in a controller class, but we may say we don't want it to be there. Maybe it's a company policy, or it's the way the team is deciding to implement the capturing of metrics. So I'm just going to go back to the code. We see that here we had to use a timed annotation, and I show you that you needed to configure this bin for that to work. So now we want to remove this code here. We want to remove this code here and put it in some. Okay, let me just do this quickly because I'm lazy. I don't want to type. Also, to avoid a long video, I'm just gonna create a package here and name it aspects. So I'm gonna say this aspect, we're gonna call it quiz aspect. Obviously we have to make it a spring bin. So to do that, we're gonna give it a component stereotype, and also we have to declare some timers that we are going to use. So I have a timer here which I like to call it quiz timer. So for this one, I'm just only gonna do one timer, not many of them, for the purpose of demonstration. Then I'm gonna have a constructor here that takes that quiz. So what I'm going to do here is I will say MeterRegistry. So I wanna register this timer into the MeterRegistry dot timer. So we say we call it quiz dot timer, and our tag we can say source as I did previously, then quiz summary. Okay, the spelling is not correct. Quiz summary. Alright. Then we have, since this is an aspect, we have to annotate it with that aspect annotation. So now we want to generate code that will intercept a method call, because remember we say we want to take out a timed inside that controller, so we don't have it. So I'm gonna quickly remove this code here. So the method I want us to intercept is this method, guys. Alright, so remember I mentioned previously that we can regard this as how can I put it, as an around advice per se, if I was to put it like that. So because we are interested in the starting and the ending of the method execution. So what I'm going to try and do is I will try and create an around advice. So first let me say, so there's a signature that you have to have for an around advice. The method must return an object, and it must take the parameter. I will show you what parameter it does. So here we are saying time quiz timer. I'm just gonna say it's quiz timer. Then we are going to create a variable here called ProceedingJoinPoint, and we're gonna call it just join point. So in here we are going to write the language for generating an aspect. So we will say we want to trace execution of a method call. So here I'm gonna say that method is public, and the return type, I don't care. Then I'm gonna take this when you fully qualified name, but as I said, there's a pattern you can follow for that. So it's a quiz controller. Then inside quiz controller, we want to intercept, find this method call here, level quiz. Okay, so we'll say find level quiz. So then what we will do here is, I don't really care about the parameters. That's why I'm putting dot dot. It means I don't care about parameters. So now we say we want to execute a timer in here. So the same way we did with quiz timer.record. This is the same way we are going to do it. So here we are going to say return record. So it's a supplier. I'm gonna do the same thing. So, and then here I'm gonna say enter. So the return type here must be a fed. So since you have intercepted this method call, that means the first call will come to this aspect and you will enter here. Then you must proceed the call to the target, because now this becomes some form of a proxy or whatever you want to call it. The call is not going directly to the target, which is that controller. It first comes here. Then you have to forward it to the controller, which means you have to call the proceed method. So here I can say join point dot proceed, and obviously this proceed I need to pass. Okay, it wanted me to do this. So if I say proceed, it will take the method call to the controller now. All right. So I believe this is it. We are done with this timing. So what I want us to do now, before we run this code, we must enable the aspect the code for the aspect to work. For us to do that, we will have to enable the aspects. So quickly I'm going to show you how to do that. So I can put code here to say add enable aspect J auto proxy. So I'm actually enabling this aspect to actually take effect. So let's run this code and see if this will work. Okay, I have to make this final, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna run it again. All right, so I'm just gonna come back here. I'm gonna call this quizzes. Let's see. I'm going to calling. So now let's come back here. It says it's not found. Okay, let's see, we don't have quiz. Okay, it's here. So we're gonna say quiz timer. So as you can see, I called it 8 times. So this time around we used aspect. So I'm not sure why this was not working when I said tag source. Let's see, source. Okay, quiz summary. Alright, there you go. So as you can see, we achieved the same thing, but this time around we didn't have the timed put in a controller. We just took that logic and put it inside an aspect.